To you on the topic I tag ingredients for wisdom. Okay, now let's look at it in this scenario. Imagine you want to cook a meal and you decided, okay, I'm going to cook this food without ingredients. Please, how will the food taste? Number one, the ingredient affects the look of the food, it affects the taste of the food, and it also affects the aroma of the food. Now imagine cooking a food without ingredient, and then imagine cooking a food with ingredient. Now compare the two. So it means that ingredient spices up a particular product of the food. That is what ingredients for wisdom also does. When the ingredients for wisdom, when it is available, it makes you wiser. And what are these things I tag ingredients for wisdom? The books you read and the people you meet. Charlie Jones says, and I quote, "You are the same today as you will be 5 years from now, except for two things: the people you meet and the books you read." According to Charlie Jones, he says that you will be exactly the same way you are even in 5 years from now. But two things will definitely change: the people you meet and the books you read. This means that when you read books, you cannot tell me you'll be exposed to the same type of books, the same in 5 years. It's not possible. And then you can't tell me you'll be exposed to the same type of persons in 5 years. And the books you read, people you meet, have a large extent in determining your success. Let's write down. Books goes a long way to build and develop the mindset of a person. It's as a way of building a person, and the building, the construction, the reorientation starts from the mindset. So there's a way book helps to reprogram the mindset and make it do the right things, make it see in the right way, or make it see in another direction. Well, I won't necessarily say the right way, because a writer writes a book according to his perception. So when he delivers true content, the reader sees it, picture it according to the way the writer is relating it. So at that point, it helps to build the mindset of the reader according to the way the writer, according to the mood the writer and the tune the writer used in writing it. That is why readers are leaders. Show me a reader, I'll show you a leader. You cannot tell me you're a leader and you're not a reader. Books has a long way in helping to make you informed, make you re-informed, make you unlearn, make you learn, and make you exhibit more attributes. Because the more you read, the more exposed you will be, the more you would, the more your hunger will be. It stirs up hunger in you, and then it makes you want to strive for more. Book challenges people. Depending on the content, depending on the writer, it challenges people. It opens, it broadens your mindset. Because, for a book to be written, it is as a result of the information that the writer have gathered, based on expertise level, based on experience, based on qualifications and all of that. So it means that when you pick up a book, there will definitely be something probably you've known, but that has been more expatiated, that has been more explained, that has more content than you've ever imagined, or that explains more, that gives more meaning. There are times where you pick up a content, it is something you know about. It's a topic that's not new to you. It's a content that is not new to you. But the way the writer will break it down, you'll be like, oh wow, really? So I never saw it in this light. That is what a book can do. It makes you see something in a better light. It broadens your mindset about a particular field or particular content or particular write-up or particular material or particular thing. So that's what books does. I wish I'm a good person as this person. Some would say, oh, I wish I'm as good as this person. I love the way this person speaks. I love the way this person is confident. I love the way this person is very good at sales and all of that. But do you know that when you begin to read a person like a book, you love the way the person does this thing. You begin to read this person like a book. You begin to read content related to that thing you love doing. I bet you, in little time, you would find yourself doing better even than the person, if consistency and seriousness is being merged together. So that's why it's okay to like what a person is doing. It's okay to want to be like a person, but it's not okay to just fold your arms and say, oh, I wish I'm like that person, and then you just stop there. It might end up as jealousy or make you end up being envious of the person because you're not taking steps. But if you say, I wish to be like this person, I love the way this person does, I love the way this person speaks, I love the way this person does this thing, and you take conscious steps to begin to build yourself in that particular aspect with little or no time, when you expose yourself to reading some specific content in that particular field or niche, you gradually find yourself exhibiting characteristics that would help you achieve that particular thing. That's one of the things book could do. Book could hasten your knowledge about a particular field. It could broaden your information. It could help you become a better person. Once you're consistent with it, once you're open-minded with it, and once you're practical about the steps, practical about the application, you apply it according to the way it is supposed to be. Once you're open to knowledge, you apply the content according to the way the writer has told you to do, and you although it's not every time everything the writer says goes with you, and moreover, it might not even be everything that will be for you in the whole chapter of a book. It might just be one chapter that will be your liberation content. Once you hold on to this chapter and you utilize it accordingly, you will end up flying. All right. And you also need to know that there's a magical power of reading. I target magical power of reading when I was doing a broadcast for creating awareness for this podcast. I remember I mentioned the magical power of reading, and then I related it to a particular story. I was like, okay, personally, when I am, there are times whereby I pick up a book to read, and then you begin to feel goosebumps, and then you're like, is this writer seeing me? And then you're reading the book, and your tears bank is beginning to get filled. You're reading a book and you're angry in your spirit. You're reading a book and then you're like, oh really? Does this really exist? You're reading a book and you're like, oh, what the hell? I never knew I'd been close to this information all this while. You're reading a book and imagine there's something that you've been feeling, oh, this thing is really hard to go by. Oh, I can't do this, I can't achieve this, I need a lot of things to achieve this, make this done. And then you get exposed to a particular content that simplifies it. And you're like, really? I never knew this could be this simple. I never knew there are easier ways to this thing. The excitement alone is gonna bring to you the excitement, the joy, this happiness. It will definitely be overwhelming. There are times where you read a book and then it brings sorrow to your heart. The sorrow is not as a result of the fact that you're reading the book, but the sorrow is as a result of the fact that you begin to picture yourself, picture things you've done wrong, and then you're like, okay, this is what I've done wrong. Oh, I missed it this way at this place. Oh, okay, this is what I didn't do well. This is what I supposed to have done, and begin to have this tear for more. So there's a lot reading books could do.